Whether it be at the grocery store or on Steam, I consider myself to be a bit of a miser. Half of my clothes are older than some of you. I've had the same pair of shoes for about 3 years now, and I have no intentions of fixing my car. When choosing to spend money, I almost always leave with buyer's remorse, no matter how little money I actually spend, and nowhere is that more prevalent than in my Steam library. As of writing this script, I own 266 games, and honestly, gun to my head, I paid full price for about 40 of them, maybe 50 tops. I will always wait for a sale, especially with $60+ games. But seeing as the Steam summer sale is going on right now, we'll see how long it takes to upload this. Shut up. I'd like to take a moment to talk about how much your time is worth and value for money in video games. That right there, that's what we in the business call a titular line. When deciding if a game is worth it, I have a typical rule of thumb. $1 equals 1 hour of time played. Cyberpunk, $60, 64 hours played, right on the money. The Forest, $20, 14 hours played, close enough. Oxygen not included, $25, 27 hours. They Are Billions, $30, 30 hours. Do you see what I'm saying? Each of these games was the equivalent of purchasing 1 hour of entertainment for one whole dollar. Compare that to other forms of entertainment. A movie ticket plus popcorn and a drink. That's a 2-hour movie that you paid probably in the range of $26 to $30 for. That's $13 to $15 an hour. You paid more than the employee that sold you that popcorn made. But hey, who has a belly full of popcorn and Coke Zero? This guy. Let's go with sports. You have the New York Red Bulls versus New York Football Club. That's a $40 ticket for a 90-minute game. That's $30 an hour. NFL game, depending on what team you're watching, you can go anywhere between $25 and $100 for an upper-level ticket. And that's a 3-hour game for the time that you're there. How about a day trip to Seaside Heights? You know, like from the Jersey Shore? That's an easy $100 for the day, and that's not even including hotel. Hell, it's $9 just to get on the sand. Let's be generous and say by the end you paid minimum wage for the day. But you might want to get a tetanus shot when you get home. Seaside's not what it used to be, trust me. Do you see what I'm getting at? In the long run, gaming's a pretty cheap form of entertainment, depending on pinching your pennies a little bit. So don't worry if you don't have a 3070 or a PlayStation 5 yet. No one else does either. Right now, let's take a step back and look at some really good values for money in this ruthless capitalistic society of ours. Just off of the top of my head, I can think of some games that are worth the money. We got CK2, Crusader Kings. Fantastic game. And when it was actually still for sale, because now it's free to play, when it was still for sale, it was still worth the money. But now that it's free to play, bro, it has $116 worth of DLC, but the base game is still really, really fun, all right? I have 116 hours in CK2, trust me. Civilization 5, amazing game, $30 base price. You can get the DLCs for $60. I have over 250 hours in this game, and that is pennies compared to some people who have had it. Infinite replayability. Make fun of me all you want, but Stardew Valley is the best $15 you could possibly spend, and I don't care who knows it, all right? I have 175 hours in Stardew, and honestly, it's not enough. I love that game. I don't play personally, but you can get Football Manager every year for $50, and basically anybody who plays it puts in hundreds of hours on every single variation of it, all right? Can we really talk good values in gaming for money without talking about Minecraft? I mean, it's $20. $20, dude. Thousands of hours can be played for $20. Are you kidding me? Even if you don't like it, I mean, bro, just do it. Just do it. Just buy it. Just buy it. I gotta show love to Mountain Blade, because between Bannerlord and Warband, I have 146 hours, and I'm pretty sure that you can get Bannerlord right now for $20 on sale, but base price is $50, and Warband's on sale all the time, and it's amazing. You should definitely try that out too. But if we're talking about value for money, the crown has to go to RimWorld, okay? $30, I have 370 hours in it. It doesn't get much better than that. Although Terraria at $10 for 180 hours, that does give it a run for its money. Okay, so I don't have my time played for Minecraft, and I don't play Football Manager. So you take the rest of those games, and that comes to about 1,400 hours of playtime for me, against a grand total of about $460 paid. That's about 3 hours of entertainment for every $1 spent, which is already bananas, except you remember that I don't pay shit at full price. So that 3 hours is probably more close to about 5 hours for every $1 paid. I mean, can someone give me a high five around here, please? Anyone? No? All right, thanks. Thanks, guys. Thought you had my back on that one. But of course, there are also horrible values for money in gaming. So we might as well start with the elephant in the room and go with Football Manager again. I mean, every year you spend full price on this game just because a couple names changed and maybe somebody switched teams. It's so ridiculous that you keep spending this money. I mean, really, Davo, you have a fucking problem. Buying anything at launch nowadays is an awful decision. I mean, games are releasing at full price $60+ and they're constantly in unfinished states. I enjoyed my time playing Cyberpunk, but even I can admit that that game was barely functional. Mobile games like Vikings Clash of Clans or whatever the hell it's called, it's those games where like it takes time to build stuff and it reaches a point where in order to be competitive you have to speed things up, which costs money. Like 1% of players actually do this, right? But these whales spend so much money that they prop up an entire industry. Millions of dollars are spent every single day, and it's shameful, it's disgusting, It's actually just the worst thing I've ever heard of. Yo, join my clan though. Our tag is radass, all one word. Basically anything in the Bethesda Creation Club is an awful value for money. I don't care what Todd Howard says, I'm not paying for mods. You take your horse armor and you fuck off back to Cyrodiil, Todd. Basically, if you can avoid giving Bethesda money at all at this point, you should. I mean, they don't deserve it. I mentioned CK2 is a really good value, but that $160 is a pretty steep price to pay for the finished product, but that's still nothing compared to EU4. Europa Universalis 4 is a fantastic game, but that $360 worth of DLC is daunting. Now you see, I say it's $360, but that's $360 when it's on sale, which is right now in the past. Hey! And speaking of DLC, The Sims 4 is a game that'll run you over $900 for all the DLC right now in the past. Hey! Which to some people might not be that much, but for me, that is a tall ask for me to just make myself marry the first woman I see, have a child, die, and then just don't pick it up for the next 8 months. So, there are other methods of procurement. But of course, we have the holy grail of why the fuck did you spend that much money on this? Train Simulator 2021, which is actually just Train Simulator 2010 because it released in 2009. They just change the number every year. Oh, but shoddy, Train Simulator's only $30. Why is it the worst value for money? You're so wrong. You're so fucking stupid, yo. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would I put it in the script if I didn't have a fucking plan? Train Simulator has a whopping total of over 632 DLCs, which comes to a grand total of... nobody fucking knows, because Steam changed how it works and they only shows you the last 200 DLCs for your game on its Steam page. So in order to find the final price, you have to manually go in and add each and every single DLC to your cart just to find the final price, which I considered doing for about 20 fucking seconds until I realized that I would rather get cancer and fight a flare-up of gout at the exact same time, because that sounds awful. But our last accurate estimate put Train Simulator and all of its DLC around $10,000 to $11,000. So, but what about the best values, shoddy? What about the best values? I'm glad you asked. As previously stated, The Sims 4 is among the best values for money that you can possibly buy. I've been playing free-to-play RuneScape since 2003. I've never once been a member, and I've never not been satisfied. So, when it comes to free, and I get 18 years worth of enjoyment out of it, I'm gonna call that one of the best values for money. There's always having someone else's Disney Plus login, which, thanks Brandon. Best values for money? It's hard to compete with the dude who has 400 hours in Cuckold Simulator. And as for the best value for money, subscribing to this YouTube channel and the friends we made along the way. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, and a subscription if you did. Just turn up, bro. Like, shit's way too formal in the world. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you're not enjoying yourself right now, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, come on, let's go. Anyway, I've been Shoddy. Have yourself a bitchin' day, all right? One love. All right, new video recorded, sick.